How to do things. I can't hold the book in my hand at the same time. How to do things by the book to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is by the book. Now, this idiom originally referred to swearing on the Bible. This is obviously not a Bible. It's a book about stories from my reading challenge with Avril Beckford and her group. But swearing on a religious book, usually a Christian book, usually the Bible, depending on where you are and what court system you're in, was the practice and where the expression by the book came from. It meant earlier and became really popular in the mid-1800s. Edgar Allan Poe actually used it in one of his works. I think it was the Murders in the Rue Morgue or something. And it means to do things strictly according to the rules and guidelines. Originally, it meant swearing on the Bible, swearing that you were going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And that what you were saying was true, of course, to the best of your ability and sense of reality and remembrances and things. So it came to mean that you were telling the truth. You were following and doing exactly what the book or the rules said, following the rules completely and totally. Well, how do you make that work for your business? Well, here's the rub. Here's the cool thing. You, since it's your business, get to write the book. You get to write the rule book. You get to decide what your processes, procedures, and systems and how you're going to do things work for your business. What guidelines, what principles, what values, what things are important to you. And then you just use that book as the guideline and the overriding doctrine to help everybody in your organization be on the same page so that you're all in alignment and there's congruency across your organization. So I am a process systems putting things in place to make sure you get predictable results kind of person. Yet, I'm also a rule bender and a rule breaker because I'm always asking myself, is this the right rule? Is this the right guideline? Does this make sense? Can we improve this in any way, shape, or form? So, although I like to have systems and procedures and processes that we all follow and we all agree to follow, I'm not huge on rules, especially rules that don't make sense or rules that are made to address a small problem or that a few people have, but then you apply those rules to everyone in the organization or everyone that interacts with the organization. It's like different guidelines and processes and procedures that we have for each of our different departments. Customer service, usually, if we're smart, as our business grows, we create our customer service department with a backlog of answers to questions and ways of doing things and how we respond if this situation comes up, what we do if that situation comes up, and we train everybody on those. Well, we don't write those so that there's no thinking required by our customer service people, and we give them the power and the ability, despite what the guidelines in the book says, to do what's right for the situation for the customer. Well, not all businesses do. A lot of businesses and a lot of customer service departments in particular and legal departments and things hide behind the rule book. And they say, this is just the way we've always done it. This is our rule. This is our guideline. Cell phone providers come to mind as a bad example of this particular use of the book. But I'm sure we each would have some story that's a good use of the book and a bad use of going by the book and following the rules and regulations. We want to make sure that our book, as we write it for our organization, includes integrity, honesty, trust, trustworthiness. Because if we're not all of those things, people won't do business with us for very long. So that's my 2 cents worth of the idiom and the expression by the book. Again, I am a systems lover and a process improvement person, but as far as strict rules go, I'm a little more open and flexible with that. I think that we should think for ourselves, use our brains, and do what's right in every situation. And it's impossible to write a book that includes and covers all of those possible scenarios that could come up in our lives. I think of raising children, and I'm hanging out with my granddaughter for a couple of weeks, my infant granddaughter. And so I haven't had a baby for 27 years since my baby was a baby, my youngest. And it's a reminder that each child is different. Each situation is different. Even if you read, because nowadays there are books on child rearing and things, what works for one child isn't necessarily going to work for the one you're interacting with. So you have to be flexible and understanding and realize that each of us human beings is a unique and special and miraculous thing. And so there probably isn't a one-size-fits-all book that will cover every possible situation for your business or for your life. So I like going by the book. I like people to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, keeping in mind that we each have our own version of the truth. Even in court, I've been in a couple of court cases where I just shook my head because I couldn't believe what was going down in them. And I think the people that were testifying actually believed their version of the truth, which was, absolutely positively twisted, but it was the version that they'd been coached on to tell us the truth. So things happen, always for our benefit, always for us to learn something. So share in the comments below what you've learned about this idiom or this expression, by the book. Do you go by the book? Are you a strict adherer to the rules and regulations, or do you be a little bit like me and take action and then ask for permission after the fact? That was always my go-to at corporate America, because it took so long. In some of the organizations I worked for, we had so many silos, I call them, and so much red tape and so little cross-departmental communication that sometimes we would just have to go a little rogue, do it, and take an action, follow through on a project, and then get the result, and then ask for forgiveness instead of asking for permission. All right, have an awesome day. I have a ton of things to do today. I'm excited. It's a brand new week. I hope that you are as well. I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting book-related idiom. We're doing book-related idioms till the end of the month. And I hope you'll join me. Have an amazing day.